Good evening and welcome to the July 15th edition of Late Night Sauce. My name is Mario. I'm here with my co-host Noah, and we got not just a guest, but a family member here at the Safe House. We have up-and-coming superstar bartender Evan McGrath. Evan, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How long have you been working with us now? A couple years now? How long has it been?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
So, we're just going to dive into this. Evan's been bartending and bar backing for us for a year and a half now, and I'm sure you've seen some of the ups and downs of the business as far as, the good nights and the bad nights and the good customers and the bad customers. So, let's just dig in and say, what's one of the things you like best about bartending so far? You're still new to it. You still haven't experienced all the craziness, but you've been around the block a few times. So what's one of the things you like the most?
I'd say one of the things I like the most is the drinks. I like making the drinks. They're cool. It's cool to bartend. And I also like the people. Interacting with the people. You know what I mean?
So, this is one of the misconceptions that we've been talking about for a while. Noah actually helped bring it to my eyes a while ago.
Oh, God.
There's bartending and there's mixology.
Oh, yeah.
So, let me ask you this, Noah, because your favorite quote to me was, Morgan and Jeff taught you how to make drinks, but I taught you how to bartend.
Yeah.
What do you think is more valuable, making drinks or bartending? Because what makes you more money is my question. Because I had this conversation with some of the new guys that we're training and bringing up, and I've actually talked to other bartenders and other restaurants as well. And, obviously knowledge of making cocktails is important, but I feel like dealing with the customers is equally as important. So what do you think would be more of a priority?
I would say it's gonna be the bartending. It's gonna be the bartending. I mean, realistically, if you have like a good cocktail list or whatever, and you stick me in front of it, and you put a jigger in my hand or whatever, it's gonna come out the same. It's a good drink. Like anybody could do it. You could train toddlers to do it.
Okay.
But at the same time, conversing with people, having them stay longer, keeping them there, that's more of an important thing.
Do you feel like customers right now, they look for mixologists that make them feel like they're making special drinks for them individually? Or do you feel like customers can tolerate a less knowledgeable bartender that doesn't make them wait too long for a drink that's likable? I feel like if you're likable, your lack of knowledge can offset it with customers sometimes. I feel like lately, that customers right now, and it's always people I've never seen before that'll come in that are trying to make it like, oh my God, we need to make this night an event. We want to wait 25 minutes for this one drink. We want him to make it for us. Let's do it. While there's 45 other people, I just want my vodka sodas. I just want my wine. I just want my margarita. I don't know what direction the industry is going in right now, because in all my years of bartending and waiting on people, my number one thing I was taught was the customer is always right and the customer should never wait. So I feel like nowadays people are walking in and they want to wait.
I would say that's accurate.
Is that like the new the hipster thing now, or is that like the new let's try to feel important by consuming one bartender's time for an hour and a half to sip 2 drinks, split an appetizer, and keep them away from everyone else? Or do you think, it's a small minority of customers that do that?
No, I feel like people are more readily available to wait for. I mean, it depends on the time of day.
Yeah.
I mean, you're past 9, 10 o'clock. It's speed. That's it. You want it now. Just give me a drink. But when you're going out pre-dinner, during dinner, stuff like that, you don't mind waiting. You're waiting the whole time anyways. So they want the spectacle.
Does it ever bother you, Evan, when you're waiting on a customer and they say they don't know what they want to drink yet, and then they're almost halfway done with their meal and they still haven't ordered a drink, and you've asked them numerous times, would you like a drink, and they won't answer you, that they still don't know? I'd rather the customer just say, I don't want anything to drink, I'm good with my water. They're making you uncomfortable.
I would agree.
Because I feel like sometimes if they say, I don't know what I want yet, and you make them wait because you're doing other things, And I feel like sometimes I feel like getting a death stare in the back of my head, like why does he come back to me, ask me what I wanted, kind of a thing.
It's a very awkward situation.
And that's the thing. Awkwardness is not very welcomed in the bar scene, people. So if you're gonna make the bartender feel awkward, do not come in.
So here's a similar but different scenario for you, Evan.
Yes.
You got your start doing Friday nights here at the Safe House. Doing the closing end, the back half.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
you get the late night. You get the those people.
He didn't even air quote it. He just said those people. Which I feel like when you say those people, these be air quoted. I don't know.
I feel like if you put it in air quotes, I feel like it makes it worse.
Ooh.
If they can see you do it, yes.
Well, I mean, at least the people know that I did not do it.
I just called you out on it.
So, like, it's a late night. It's busy. You're like too deep at the bar. Things are happening. I don't know if you've been there. Yeah, I mean, you've seen it, but
I've observed it.
You've observed at least. You ever see the people who like flag you down, wave like some money in your face or some shit? They drag you over. You go over and you're like, hey, yeah, what can I get you? And they just look at you and they're like,
Oh my god.
I don't know. What do you do in that situation? How do you feel then?
I don't know. I just I do a lap. Come back.
I'm actually considering putting out a seminar to teach our fellow bartenders how to handle people in those kind of situations politely, without them knowing that like they upset you, and that you're an idiot. I'm going to teach people what to do.
I've definitely done it where if you turn around like while I'm taking your order
walk away.
To like ask like for like
what your friends want,
yeah. I just walk away while you turn around.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes you have to.
I disappear. You can't.
Sometimes
like if you don't
to.
know, if you're gonna if you're gonna make like the whole show to like get me over there and shit like that, and you don't know.
Well, especially
what are we doing here?
Especially if you're in the weeds, or like you're just...
That's the people that put you in the weeds.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the problem.
So you just stand there for like 5 minutes.
For all you listeners that don't know what the weeds are, the weeds basically means that we're behind.
We're not talking about marijuana.
We do not talk about marijuana on the show. But the weeds means, we're like dying in the pasture, like we can't get out because we're so busy. That's what the weeds is. That's what it's called. It's actually a restaurant movie called In the Weeds.
In the Weeds?
Yeah, it's a movie called In the Weeds.
Is it any good?
I think I have it somewhere in my basement. I never watched it.
Okay.
I was told it's pretty good.
Sounds like you have homework for this podcast.
You know what, though? I feel like I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
I feel like you should.
Because, that's the thing. I feel like every person that likes to go out to eat on a regular basis should watch restaurant movies.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I actually caught one on TikTok the other day, which I always meant to watch it. It's an older movie. It's got Catherine Zeta-Jones. I forget who the guy is in it. She's a chef. And I caught a clip on TikTok. I guess I don't know if it takes place in England, but she's a chef. And I guess she keeps going out to the restaurant. Every time a dish would come back or a customer complained, she would go to the table and confront them.
I think
it's called No Reservations. Is the movie?
I think I've seen like clips of it.
I saw a clip of it actually like yesterday.
Yeah.
And I go, I gotta watch this movie. That's kind of badass, right? And then I'm like, I'm not condoning behavior of chefs going out to the restaurant and yelling at customers, but I actually worked for a guy who done that a few times. That got me involved once, and it was very uncomfortable with me. He made me take out a pork. I had this woman who owned a restaurant years ago. She might be dead now. I don't even know. She's an older woman, and she came in with 2 gentlemen who I don't know if they were employees or just guests. They were a little younger than her, so I think one of them might have been a chef or a guy she considered making a chef kind of a thing. Like she was hiring him, and we had a veal tenderloin. No, it was a pork tenderloin. I'm sorry. It was like a signature like special we were doing. I bring it out. He goes, "This isn't pork. This isn't pork." And I go, "This is the pork tenderloin special, sir." He goes, "This isn't pork." He's like legitimately yelling at me. So I gotta go in the back. I gotta tell the chef. I go, "This guy's busting my balls." He says, "This isn't pork." He goes, "It's not pork." And he knew the woman who owned the restaurant. So he brings out this giant silver platter, takes out the pork tenderloin, still in the package, sealed in the package, puts it on a plate and garnishes it with like tomatoes and like lettuce and
Oh,
He
geez.
even put
Oh,
like,
my
I think he even
God.
put salt and pepper on the lettuce and tomatoes. It makes me carry it out and goes, show it to that piece of, I don't want to say the word he used. And he's in the last table in the corner of the dining room. So everybody's watching me walk by.
man.
I'm like
Walk.
21 years old at this point. I go, sir, the chef wanted me to show you this. It clearly says pork on the label, right? And he gives me like the snobby, like, he didn't put his hand in my face or the talk to the hand thing, but he kind of like gave me like the dismissed kind of
right.
Waved you away.
I don't know the chef's behind me as he's doing that. He goes, yeah, and I didn't use real tomatoes on that neither. Look at that. He's like yelling across the restaurant. I'm just standing there pulling the pork tenderloin. And I didn't know what to do, so I just like turned around and walked away. I'm like, this is so awkward. But I don't condone that kind of behavior. And back then, there was no Yelp back then. There was no internet. There was no online reviews or Google reviews. So those old school guys get away with that stuff because, but like, I really feel like all people who like to go to restaurants should definitely either watch restaurant movies or watch that TV series, the YouTube series Restaurant with the waiters and the bartenders. Hysterical. And I'm going to be honest with you, 90% of what they do in that series is accurate. Spot on. It's great.
And it was like from like 10 years ago or some shit.
Right, so it's even worse now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I feel like, customers that put you in the weeds, they just don't get it. But I feel like they do that everywhere they go. Like they do it at the coffee shop, they do it at the deli line, they do it at Chipotle, they do it at Shake Shack, wherever they go, they're doing it. So we'd like to also do a quick plug in that tonight's podcast is sponsored by unofficially by Kettle One Vodka, the delicious vodka that the late night sauce and Tap That Glass tonight like to drink on air. I mean, honestly, there's no other vodka for me. I can't speak for you, Noah. Evan, I can't speak for you as well, but Kettle One's the only vodka for me.
Nah, Kettle's definitely my go-to.
I will say, being fairly new to the drinking scene, I do enjoy Kettle One. Very nice vodka.
And for those who heard the Noah shout out, that was from our salad lady here at the Safe House. I don't know her name.
Johanna.
Johanna H, or is it a soft J?
Soft J.
It's like
Really?
Johanna.
Johanna.
It's like spelled Johanna.
She's Colombian.
She's Colombian?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
She makes a great salad.
Yes,
She
she
does.
So if you guys ever want to come to the Safe House and enjoy a nice tossed salad, have Johanna do it for you. You set me up on that one. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
You did.
Just saying. All right, no, so Evan, so you enjoy the people. So, I mean, obviously, the people do make the job a lot nicer sometimes, but what would you say is one of the worst things you could, like, come across as a customer, like, really shocking you and making you feel uncomfortable?
No names, Evan.
No names.
Just throwing it out there. We didn't cover that
Yeah,
one.
we do not. Yeah, we do not mention names
Unless you're
unless you're
nice
praising.
things.
So, saying nice
Saying
things, you
nice
say their
things.
name. But
Oh yeah.
you're talking generalities when it comes to folks that we do not like.
No rhymes.
I would say when a customer gets too personal, about us.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
so awkward.
We've covered that.
I
man.
have no idea what to do.
Tell me your whole life story. I don't know why. I don't know why you're telling me. I don't know you.
I don't know you. Exactly.
Yeah, it's people. We don't want to know too much. We just want to feel. You know what we want to know? What you want to eat, what you want to drink,
What you enjoy?
and
I'll take some small talk in between.
Small talk,
but-
yeah.
But
don't tell us like your daughter's like on her period and her boyfriend. That's happened to me. Oh yeah.
That's wild.
I had a guy one time show me pictures of his 14-year-old daughter in a bikini on his boat. Look how hot she is. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
I don't want to
that's-
look at your 14-year-old daughter on a boat in a bikini.
that's definitely
Very uncomfortable.
concerning.
Yeah. All right, this is not making me comfortable. Just get this out of here. But
Jesus.
also, let's do a quick little plug-in for our sister restaurant here. We have Bezos is doing a rosé soiree on August 8th from 5 to 9 p.m. It's it looks like here it's a wine dinner sponsored by Mancini Beverage. Mancini Beverage also distributes Kettle One Vodka, which we are drinking.
That is accurate.
I'm just saying. But anyway, it's a 4-course pairing dinner at Bezos. And, from what I understand, these soirees get kind of crazy with the ladies. So if you guys are listening out there and you want to meet some nice girls, go to Bezos for the rosé soiree on August 8th. I will not be there because I do not need to meet any other ladies. My wife does not approve of that stuff. So
What day is that on?
I believe it's a Thursday.
Thursday?
I think it's a Thursday.
I could always bring my lady there.
Well, it's do you drink rosé?
I could.
But do you want to?
I mean, want to is a big word.
Well, here's my thing. Do you feel like you need to like do certain kinds of drinks because you need to like be a part of something? Because I feel like I don't like to switch over things.
I don't feel like I need to be a part of something now that you mention it.
Okay, I'm just saying, I don't want to drink rosé, so I'll never go to a rosé soiree.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to be that guy drinking kettle and sodas where everybody's drinking rosé. It's like going to a wine tasting. Everybody's tasting wine, and you order a beer at the bar. Like I feel it's not cool.
It's not cool. You're right.
Yeah, I don't want to be the not cool guy.
Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't be that.
I don't want to be. I wasn't made to be the not cool guy. I wasn't born that way.
Then you know what you do, Mario? You drink the rosé.
Well, I just won't go.
Like, what if you're there? What if
if you're there and it happens, I mean, sometimes you gotta just cave in and taste one. But
you have one.
No. What if it's free rosé?
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy a free drink. Don't get me wrong, but I don't change my drinking habits because something's cheaper or free. I just don't. I enjoy what I enjoy. I maybe when I was young I used to do a little more, and I think not that I had any bad experiences. Hey, everybody wants to save a few bucks, but it's just not been my thing. Maybe my old age is I'm getting stubborn, getting stuck in my ways, but I'm not going to change something that isn't broken. You know what I mean? That's just my thing.
Need the bread and butter.
The bread and butter is right.
Absolutely.
I taught Evan that.
You need the bread and butter?
The bread and butter. Well, you go out, you get like a cocktail or something like that. You try like one of their like fancy like doodads, whatever they got going on.
Doodads.
Doodads.
But after that, you cycle back to the bread and butter.
Of course.
The one drink you can order anywhere.
My uncle,
kettle soda. I've never not ordered a kettle soda.
My uncle was like that. My uncle, rest in peace, he was a great man. He used to travel the country for business and go to all these restaurants because he knew I love restaurants and being in this business. I want to open up my own. He'd always talk about these places he would go to. Like, this place is amazing. He was the kind of guy that would just needed to try everything to try everything. In other words, he didn't care. Like if it sucked, he didn't care. He goes, okay, I tried it. It sucked. I won't do it again. But he just go up to any bar, go in and be like, what do you recommend? What do you want to do? And he would just, I'll take that. He was just one of those kind of guys. I can never be one of those kind of guys. I cannot just try anything. I have to want to know. I have to want to know what something tastes like. I have to want to know that I need something new. I don't need nothing new right now. I have my range. I stick to it, which is fine. And if people want to be that person that wants to try something new, absolutely go for it. I recommend it. But it's just not my thing. And I won't change it. But my uncle did not. Everywhere we go, he goes, well, what do you recommend? What do you think's the best? What do you, food, booze. He would just do it, and he lived a full life doing that stuff, man. But it just wasn't my style. But I just don't like it when people want to do that with us, and you recommend stuff, and they shake their heads no at you. After the third time, I give up. It's almost like baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. Like, you want to try this? No. You want to try this? No. Do you like this? No. You make up your mind. I'll walk away. A couple times, I don't even give them 3 strikes. I can just tell from the interaction with customers how it's gonna go. And when they say, in the way they say no to me, I'm like, you know what? I'll let you think about it. I'll come back. I mean, I'm not gonna be rude about it, but I'm not gonna play 50 questions on a Friday night when everybody's trying to order.
It's true. It's true.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
You gotta know how the room's gonna work, and it's hard. And Evan, you're young. You're just starting out doing this. You're not gonna know how to deal with this yet because you can't teach it. It becomes instinct. I know everything within 10 seconds of the conversation. I'm not bragging. I actually hate the fact that I do that because it actually ruins my night sometimes. Because I let that stuff linger. You know what I mean? I hate that. They didn't even get their waters yet. I can already tell they're going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Just the vibes.
You know what bothers me the most? And Evan, I got a funny feeling you don't care about this, but it kind of bothers me when people tell you their names without you asking their names. Like you're walking by and hey, how you doing tonight? Hi, hey, I'm Bob and I'm Tina. I'm Joe and this is Sandy or whatever. And I didn't ask you your names. I just asked what you wanted to drink. I feel like every time people do that, the formula I've noticed, I want to give this percentage maybe 75%. That every time that happens, the gratuity is never outstanding. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's usually average or below. How do you feel about that?
I would say I have to agree. You know, I mean, those types of people probably have, you know.
Why do they want you to know their name? Like, do they not have friends? Do they want to be heard?
They probably, you know, they're a little they're too confident in themselves. Maybe
You think?
they like themselves maybe a little too much. I don't know. You know.
Well, what about on the opposite end? Like when you walk up to somebody and they're like, oh, and you go like, oh, hey, how are you? And then they go espresso martini.
Oh man!
Oh, just right off the bat.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible! No social graces. Social graces goes a long way.
It does.
It is terrible. I hate that.
Especially when they just ask it so monotonely. You know?
I had a guy last week at the trap. Every time I'd ask him a question about like the drinks, food, or everything, he never would answer me. The lady would, but he wouldn't. I was getting pissed at that guy, and he wasn't foreign. He spoke English, right? In case you're wondering who you listeners. But I'm like, why the fuck is this guy answering my questions? Like, you know, hey,
That's true.
I'm like, how's your burger? They didn't answer me.
Oh man, that's
I had a person like that today, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, well, but like
At that point, you just don't care. You stop asking questions. Like, you don't care. You don't want to answer me.
Oh well, his lady was answering all the questions, but like they let it off with like, oh yeah, he just like doesn't talk that much.
I mean, that's cool that they warned you.
You're gonna have
but-
some of those people that
Yeah.
are awkwardly, like, you know, like socially awkward. I get
Yeah,
that.
I get that.
Different.
Yeah, but it's the ignorant people. Like, come on, like, be respectful. You know what I mean? I yelled at a guy one time too. He you know, this guy came in here, and his girlfriend's a very nice girl. I've known her for a few years. I know her family, her mom, her uncles, everything. Nice girl. She's dating a fellow, and you know, he comes in. I'm, hey guys, how you doing tonight? She answers me, and he just straight up ignores me. I got in his. I smashed the. I tapped the glass on the bar. I go, hey.
That glass.
I said, how you doing? Are you okay? He said, oh, I'm doing good. Well, I asked you, you didn't answer me. And he got shook. And his girlfriend was like, whoa. Like, you know, and I was like, let's check in because you didn't answer me when I asked you how you were doing. Like, don't ignore me because guess what? If you need a beer, you'd be yelling for my name. You try to be my best friend. But, like, I just try to do my job being polite. Like, hey, how you doing? Answer me back.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Oh,
I hate when
yeah.
they don't do it.
I got that on Friday night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what the worst part is? Is when the girls do it.
Oh,
When the girls look at you dead in the eye and don't answer you, and then just turn away. I hate that. And it's always the girls who are barely 21 or just turned 21, whatever it is, and they order the most BS drink. That upsets me the most.
all right. I have a good one. So Evan,
Yes.
so speaking of that, you know, you start off. Somebody sits at the bar. You're like, oh hey, how are you? You know, like, have you had anybody yet that they tell you how they actually are? Like, you
know what?
Like they don't just like, you know, wave you out. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, how are you? You know, like they go into detail. Has anybody done that to you yet?
So far, not initially. It's
No?
always the good. How are you? It's always the good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Oh, dude, buckle up because like when it happens, oh man.
Actually, I had this one guy. It was a Sunday night, and he came here and he actually told me how he actually was. But you know, he's actually not a nice. He was actually a nice guy, and I ended up buying his drink. It was his. You know,
cute.
it was you know.
Why'd you buy him his drink?
Well, because you know, he came in and he just wanted to read and drink silently because you know his mom was gonna die. So I was like, "Buy your drink, man." You know.
He told you his mother was gonna die?
Well, initially he was like,
he doesn't even have a mom.
yeah. Well, you know,
I got a story for you.
Oh god.
who knows? Maybe I just bought him for nothing, but.
Oh no, you know, I'm guaranteeing you he didn't make that.
Nothing-
Up. I mean,
no,
there's
no,
not
no,
enough
no,
people
that
that
was-
would lie about that kind of stuff
Yeah.
out there. I firmly
There are
believe-
people, but there's not a lot.
So I had a gentleman. I hope the guy doesn't listen to the podcast, but there's a good chance he might. So this guy, he is known all over Rhode Island as one of the worst customers to walk into your bar.
Oh yeah.
He definitely has a few mental issues. I don't know if he's got schizophrenia or Asperger's, maybe. Whatever it is, it was never diagnosed at a young age because he's older than me. I think he's in his 50s right now.
Yeah.
I've heard numerous stories on why he's a mess. He has a decent heart, but he's definitely off mentally.
Yeah.
And he's known all over Rhode Island. You talk to any bartender about this guy, they will have the same exact reaction, and they will have.
Is it who I think it is?
No, he's. I don't even want to say it, just because he has not been in here. I asked Rob about this guy coming in here, And I think he came in here once, and I don't know if he got kicked out or banned or whatever. He's not officially banned from here.
Gotcha.
But he got banned from my old establishment. But this guy is legitimately crazy. So the first time I had to deal with him was back in 1999. And I'm working at Grill on Main. He comes in with some sort of a date. I don't know what it was. And he asked me for a round of drinks. And as he ordered the round of drinks for me, he's like, "Can you make it? You know how to make it, huh?" Like he was getting in my face. And I was like, "Hey, calm down, right?" And then I would wait on him, and he was a talker. And then very uncomfortable with the ladies too. Like I don't know where we would pick these girls up from, you know. And he'd bother everybody around them. Long story short, he kept coming in on a weekly basis, and he drove from far away.
Oh boy.
And he would tell you his business, and he had a political agenda on his mind. He was all about working class. He would tell you all of his work, this and that, and he'd work in Massachusetts, and you have to drive an hour and a half each way, this and that. Long story short, he would come in and start telling you different sob stories about dying family members, right? Now he's starting to come in more and more. He's telling all the same different bartenders, different stories on how these family members are dying, right? So now he walks in, like, I can't ban the guy yet because at the time I wanted to, the owner was busting my balls because I already banned 2 other women for being like disruptive and like causing problems.
Yeah.
He's like, "It seems like you want to ban everybody. What's the point of even having you work for us?" I'm like, "You know what? I'll let this guy stay. I don't care." And it became a huge problem. So the owner of my establishment is at the end of the bar. He's talking his ear off. He's talking my boss's ear off about his, my sister just passed away, this, that. And my boss never bought people drinks unless you were like good friends of his, right? Calls over me, he goes, "Can you get this guy a drink? I mean, his sister just died." I go, "What?" I go, "When?" Like last night. "Really?" So I call up, I go, "Wait a minute." I call up my other friend, my other bartender, Steve. I go, "Steve, come here for a minute." I go, he goes, "What?" Now, we're jam-packed on a Friday night. I go to my boss, Steve. My boss name is also Steve. I go, "Steve, tell me what you just told me." And now he's got this look on his face. He goes, "I want to buy this guy a drink. His sister just died." "Oh, really?" He must have about 45 sisters because he's been telling me this for the last 4 months. And they keep dying different ways. My boss Steve's eyes pop out of his head. Now, mind you, he's trying to buy this guy a $6 drink. But the fact that I go, "Yeah, this guy's nuts." I go, "He lies, a pathological liar. He bothers customers. He scares people away." And he'd always have it. So it got to the point, we just let it go. I'm really sorry about that. I know it's tough to deal with. All the bartenders just came on board. Just give them condolences. Just let it go, kind of a thing. I'm working one night with this girl Melissa that I used to bartend with. One of the best girls you could ever bartend with. Like a great bartender, knew how to work the crowd. Beautiful girl, good kid, knew sports, movies, you name it. She could talk to people. And we're running around. She's getting her ear bitten off by this guy. He's like talking to her for like an hour. I'm not even saving her. I'm just dying laughing. Right? I'm handling the whole bar. I got the whole bar watching. I'm like, "Hey, watch this, right?" So as I'm walking by, all I hear is say, "I'm not exactly sure what lupus is, but it sounds pretty serious. I'm sorry she died." I had to leave the bar and dive into the kitchen head first to a swinging door, and I rolled into a somersault and died laughing at 7:30 on a Saturday night. All of a sudden, 2 seconds later, the manager on duty is like, "What the fuck is going on?" The bartender Melissa goes running into the kitchen and goes, "Oh my God." The bar is like empty, with nobody working, just me and her. We're in the kitchen dying laughing, and this guy's talking about his sister dying of lupus. But like, you just didn't expect to hear that when you're walking by someone, you hear something.
Yeah.
She had a straight face. I'm not exactly sure how lupus works, but it's terrible that she died that way. It was the funniest thing. So there are people out there that will lie to get drinks. We had a woman in here that was doing that a few years back too, and I was like, I just gave up on her. She was, I think she got banned for punching Steve in the face or something.
What?
Yeah, I think it was the same woman. I think they looked alike either way. But yeah, but bottom line is, if customers tell you too much without you asking, it's a problem.
I can agree with that.
We're gonna change subjects because I feel like we sound like the kind of people that hate all our customers. We don't actually. I actually enjoy I'm gonna go with 97% of my customers here at the Safe House. I like.
That's a high percentage.
But I like them.
Yeah.
I like them, because
Yeah.
our regulars that come in, and even some of the strangers that come in, like that be trying to become new regulars, they're actually we're getting a lot of new pleasant people down here. Believe it or not, I'm getting the whack jobs up at the trap lately. Like, they're getting some crazies up at the trap, like new ones. I'm like, what the hell is this guy's problem? But no, the trap lately has been a little more difficult than normal. But Safe House, we've been getting a lot of new people. I don't know if it's people have been checking out my new TikTok series of cocktails. I'm not saying that's the reason, but it could be. It's probably not. But anyway, we're gonna change gears. And Evan, what's one of your okay? Obviously, you don't have to say Safe House because you work here. What's one of your favorite restaurants in Rhode Island like to go to on a regular basis or a semi-regular basis? Just put it this way: it's your birthday. Somebody wants to take you out for your birthday. You can pick any restaurant in Rhode Island that you love to go to. Name it.
Well, are we talking like for food or everything?
Food, night, everything.
Food,
complete,
drink, the complete going to dinner,
experience.
my guy.
Yeah, the complete experience.
Or
Going to get
breakfast
going
or
to
lunch,
dinner.
or if you prefer. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we can talk about breakfast places if you want. We're talking about bars.
I mean, Dante's has
Dante's is a great spot.
Dante's
Dante's
they do
has some good
breakfast, they
food.
do lunch, they do booze.
Okay.
It's a bar.
All right, I
Bang.
feel like you're coasting him to say.
I'm not
Dante's.
saying
no,
no. Say
Let him say what he wants to say.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying that there are options.
All right,
So far,
Evan,
man.
say what you want to say, Evan.
I do frequent Den on their street.
Do you really?
I do.
I love
I
that.
never heard that place. What is that place?
It's a Korean fried chicken.
Oh, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually it's kind of fucking banging.
What makes them better than everybody else for fried chicken?
I don't know. They do the curry katsu so well, man. It's so good. I had no idea what they do there, but
It's the frying,
It's
man.
yeah.
They
The
fry it
batter?
differently. It's the batter. It's something. Yeah.
The kind of oil?
It might be the oil.
Might be the
What
oil.
kind of oil are they using? Can you find
I'm
out?
not sure. I can ask. I mean,
I'll
Evan
go
can
ask.
He goes there
Yeah, but
semi
I feel
frequently.
like you can probably get some answers too.
What does that mean?
I feel like you're
What does
hanging,
that
I feel like
mean?
you're hanging out in those restaurants sometimes.
I've been there once, but I haven't.
Oh. I feel like you talked about it more than once with me. That's why.
I'm not. Well, I have talked about it more than once, but it was like a build up to me going, and then I went. But it's pretty good.
I haven't really hanging out on Day Street in a long time. I used to love hanging out up there. Some of the best bars, but it's changed. A lot of those places
It's
shut
only
down.
parking over there. That's like the whole reason I don't go to Providence. Is the parking.
Oh,
Parking,
dude, it's
parking
horrible.
can be tough on the east side, but you know what? Bottom line is, if you park farther away, like near the CVS towards like Brown, and just walk, that's your best bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
The side streets, so you can really do, unfortunately, but So Den, okay. One of these days I'll check it out. I mean,
Usually there's like spots open next to Den too. Like
Yeah, sometimes I
not
catch it.
next to it, but like on the side street, like right
Side street
over.
right over it.
Mhm.
I get that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
so here's my thing, and this is what one of my. And no, you said it perfectly in the past as well. We're not trying to be like everyone. We're trying to be better than everyone. What are some of the things that
Yeah.
make restaurants better than one another? I mean, obviously, staff is number one in food. Building, atmosphere, parking. Parking is
Parking is important.
Parking is a huge
Parking's
factor.
huge.
And then in case you guys are wondering, we have 3 different parking lots here at the Safe House Trap. Plenty of ample parking for everyone. I am plugging Martucci Group hard tonight, and Kettle One Vodka as well. But I was told. My aunt actually told me this years ago because I worked at a restaurant with terrible bathrooms back in the day. People judge restaurants by their bathrooms.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
I still, me, I've been talking about opening my own restaurant someday. I still want to open up a restaurant that has a bidet. I really do. And for those people who don't know what a European bidet is, look it up. I'm not going to explain it. We don't have enough time.
We don't.
We'll leave it to you.
But I always want to I feel like that would make people want to go check it out because they're not going to believe it. And it's a wow factor. There's no way there's a bidet at that place.
They're gonna fuck up your bidet, man.
What if they?
I really feel like they could.
Yeah.
So I think it had to be like a high class place, like a 5-star restaurant, like a Capriccio's or a Cafe
You
Nuovo.
put like instructions next to it so they don't like.
I feel like people would. Yeah.
I think you'd have to hire a bidet like
A bidet attendant.
Attending.
Bidet
Like,
attendee,
like a
attendant.
full bathroom attendant. Let me ask, and there's another thing I always meant to
They're gonna
ask.
like walk you through the bidet. From
Do
the
they
other side
have
of
them
the
in
door,
ladies'
man?
rooms as well? Is it a guy or is it a female in the ladies' room? That's what I
That's a
wonder.
great question.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
female?
Like
Is it a girl?
Kramer's mom.
Babs
yeah.
Kramer. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they have lady bath attendants for the ladies' room.
Here's my problem is like, 'cause I don't like, back when I was on the dating scene.
Never seen a bathroom attendant.
What's that?
I said I've never seen a bathroom attendant. So-
Really?
Oh, Las Vegas. Foxy Lady used to have one too back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Las Vegas, there was one. This guy was trying to sell me illegal Cuban cigars too. And here's the thing.
What?
He could just tell me they're Cubans. I'm not going to know the difference. So I'm not going to overpay. I didn't buy them, but I was just like, the thing is, I was at a gentleman's club in Vegas, and I must use the bathroom like 40 times. I was like there for like 6 hours peeing. And I kept tipping the guy. But I think the guy made more of me than the girls did. Like, it was, he was a nice fellow.
Did he supply you with the towels?
He had the towel, tried to give me mints, he tried to give me all sorts of stuff, but then he bust out cigars. Man, I'm good on cigars, man. I don't think he was selling them legally, too. I don't think the owner of the establishment knew he was selling the cigars.
Where'd he bust out the cigars from?
It was some sort of a compartment underneath, like the sink.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, like a drawer of some sort, but it wasn't like a drawer like you pull out. It was like underneath, came down. Yeah, it was shady. Nice place. It was a Crazy Horse too. If you're ever in Vegas, check it out.
Crazy Horse.
I haven't been there since 1998, but I'm assuming it's still the same. I just feel like the wow factor is what makes restaurants stand out from one another. And I'm going with the bidet thing. And I still want to do my water fountain place.
Water fountain bidet.
A water fountain pizza place.
A lot of water features.
I'm actually thinking the bidet would be in the water fountain restaurant. Keep
I
it
feel
water
like
themed.
that's
Water
what I mean.
themes?
Yeah. Water features.
Water features.
Put the water wall, like the waterfall wall.
The waterfall wall.
Like you
Like
ever
a
been
divider or
like one of your walls? It just has like water coming down the whole time.
I like the one with the fountains that come up and like.
Where is a place that has like a waterfall? Like I know
Water
like,
fountain?
Yeah, no.
I thought that was on,
like the wall ones. Like they have
Spain.
Spain.
I fell in that one once.
Whoa.
On my hand. I was drunk. That was a lot of sangria that night.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, it was a lot of beer before the sangria that night. I did some day drinking, but
Do it by the picture, man.
Spain has delicious sangria. Anyway, so I think the wow factor has a lot to do with it. No, what's one of the places that wows you?
That wows me, huh?
All right, you're going out with Megan for your birthday. Your restaurant of choice. Go.
I feel like this place is like a large part of why I like it is because I just don't go that often. But I like this place. Hoofs.
Hoofs.
Where's Hoofs?
Hoofs. It's like on like the border of like Westerly and like fucking Pawcatuck. Is that a place? Yeah. Around the line. Like like that street. Like that street.
What
that
kind of
like,
a place is it? Is it like a horse place?
Well, it is
Horse themed.
Horse themed.
Okay.
Like they have like a mural of like the Kentucky Derby on the walls. It's all quite. It kind of reminds me of the Safe House a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
We don't have any murals of Kentucky Derby in here.
Well, I'm just if you
Is
did,
it the
it'd be the
vibes?
same place.
Really?
But it's
You never once talked. All these years, you never once mentioned this place.
I actually have never heard of this.
Well, what's the guy? Him and his wife told me about it. Fitzy and his lady.
Oh, Fitzy goes there.
Yeah. We were talking about places in West. I think I was like going like for like
Okay.
something, and they were like rattling off some places. And one
He
of
knows a
them
good
was
spot.
Hoofs.
Listen
Yeah.
to Fitzy.
Oh,
Fitzy's
yeah.
the real deal. Listen to him.
I could tell. So Hoofs, like we went. It's good. I think when I went, I had like a 20-something ounce ribeye with like a lobster mashed potato and like asparagus and like a demi-glaze or some sort. Yeah,
That's the spot, huh?
She was fucking good. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. Yeah, their menu's cool. I like it.
Okay.
They got good pastas and whatnot.
All right.
I've only been a handful of times. That's like
Never heard of the place. Hoofs.
Hoofs.
I know. Nah, that's a lie. I take everything back.
Well,
Whoa. What are you doing
I
here?
don't. No, well, because like I thought about it a little more, like as I was
I
rambling.
think it doesn't be the number one, but a place. So you don't have to trace back to it. Like just
All right.
mention. You open up the can of worms. Let's hear it.
I like Parkside.
All right, you always talk
Parkside
about
Rotisserie.
You always
I know.
talk about Parkside.
Yeah,
Parkside
that's usually like my go-to like event, like nice place, like
Really?
like, casual nice place that I go to.
I've only been there for a drink. I never had dinner there. But
Dinner's fucking.
I've heard it's nice in there.
Small place, and they crank out food in like the.
They've been
like,
around
the,
forever,
like,
too.
Fucking smallest kitchen I've ever seen.
Yeah, they've been around forever.
Their kitchen's
too.
like smaller than our bar.
Really?
I swear to God,
What?
like it's tight, and you can see it, like because it's like in the like middle of the dining
How
room.
big is the dining room though?
Maybe.
How many
like,
tables? 12, 15?
Yeah, like 15, probably like maybe a few more. A lot of 2s and 4s. That's
Yeah.
it. You know, like bar seats.
They've been doing it for a while. They got something right over there.
It's the rotisserie, man. I've gotten it once. It's pretty good. I get a lot of steaks there.
Well,
They have a good
Rotisserie
like.
steaks?
rotisserie
No,
steaks?
no, not rotisserie steaks. No, they don't do everything on the rotisserie.
Oh, all right.
Rotisserie chicken?
No, they do have rotisserie. They have like
Did you say they had a good burger there one time? You were talking
They
about
do.
the burgers?
They back in the day they had their bistro burger was a steak and like something like house ground patty. It was like chervil, which is like some type of herb.
I thought chervil.
chervil.
No, I think it's cheddar. Cheddar's a cheese. Chervil. I don't know.
Chervil. It was some kind of like nice cheese. It was I think Roman tomatoes. It had lobster on it and hollandaise sauce. Maybe it had bacon too. It might have, honest to God. But like it was.
If it didn't have bacon,
fantastic.
it should have.
It really should have.
Yeah, it should have.
But no, that's when I like started going there. Like that's what I was usually getting. I get like more steaks these days.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to make a steak at home. That's why. Like It's easier to go out and get a steak for dinner than try to buy one at a market, cook it. Hopefully, you don't overcook it or screw it up. You know, unfortunately, it's easier to go out and just buy a steak at a restaurant. That's my opinion.
I mean, they know what they're doing.
And they got good stuff too. They got the good stuff. And if they screw it up, hey, give me a new one.
Yeah.
It's overcooked. Give me a new one. I ain't eating that.
Somebody else is gonna handle it. It's
Exactly. You know.
fine. Mario, what's one of your favorite places?
Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
As far as my favorite places, it does suck that I can never come to the Safe House for dinner because I'm here 6 nights a week.
It is tough.
I can't come here on my night off just because I'm here too much. And if I come in here, the one time, I actually took my wife for dinner here twice, but both times, if I walk in here, everybody's gonna like just, you know.
You just had no peace.
Nope.
It's not even about the piece. It's we don't spend a lot of time together, me and the wife. We can't even sit at bars together, and we have to go to tables to have dinner
Yeah.
because everybody just wants to talk to us. Last time we had dinner at the bar, it was not fun. I had some drunk people elbowing her and stuff, and she didn't tell me till later. But my go-to places, I got 2 of them that are never a letdown for me, and people are gonna say I'm biased. But one of them is Antonio's in Cranston because that was my first restaurant job. And they have the best veal chop in America, I think. And, you know, they're like my second family as well besides, you know, working here for the Martucci Group. But I never get let down. They treat me like gold in there. I mean, the prices are reasonable. The service is great. But Spain's is number 2 in Cranston. Spain and Reservoir Avenue.
right.
Spain and Cranston is just
Something about drinking that sangria in that place makes me feel I'm on vacation. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
You're not wrong.
And I'm sucking down those pitchers by myself because my wife's drinking Moscato.
It's like one of the only places.
Right? She's
that I
drinking
like.
one. You're drinking Moscato. So I'm sucking down pitchers by myself, and the service is almost too bad. It's like too good that it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like over the top.
Oh yeah, it's like
It
8
makes
people
me
taking
feel like
care of
I'm
your table.
inconveniencing these people because it's on top of me. Like I feel like we don't need all these people, but they're amazing there, and the food's amazing. The thing about the place is, I haven't seen the mariachi band in there in a while.
Oh, yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
first times I went there, they had a mariachi band, and my friend Maddie that was with me was like, "If I tip these guys, do they stay or do they go away? How's it work?" Like, you know, how's it work?
What do you want to
If I throw them a
happen? That's the
20, do they
question.
leave or do they stay? Because I want them to go. You know. But yeah, Spain's is always there. Obviously, I wish I could come to the Safe House because I think our steaks are amazing. But Antonio's, Spain's, and I'm going to throw in. And this is going to be a curveball because nobody expects me to say this, but this is. I've only been to the Johnston location, the Trattoria Romano people. The guy Canova restaurant group. He owns a bunch of restaurants in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. But there's one in Johnston that I go to. It's a low-key place. The menu is solid. It's Italian. But for some reason, even their bad service is better than some people's best service. It's hysterical. I don't know what it is about that place.
Really?
You get that one waitress that might be in the weeds. It doesn't matter. You're still getting treated like gold in that place. I don't know what it is, and it happens as soon as you walk in the door. There's a hostess there. She smiles at you, professional, looks nice, dressed nicely, talks, knows how to articulate to you, and you get seated, and it's amazing. And I'll never forget. It's just this story. I like to think I'm a decent bartender. People might agree saying I'm good. Some people say I suck. I don't know. I think I'm decent. My napkin fell off my lap in the dining room, and a bartender from across the room walked around the bar and handed me a new napkin. I'm like, what the hell? We don't do that stuff. We're good bartenders. So I'm like, whoa, this guy's over the top. I had to go sit in this bar and start drinking. Well, this guy's amazing, you know. But those are my 3 spots right now.
All right.
I do love Capriccios. I just never get to go. I did like Alfano's. Never get to go. All the top places I do love. I just never get to go to them.
Remind me of the name of the last one you said.
Oh, Evan
Trattoria Romana?
Yeah.
Evan
It's
has
right
a
off
list.
Atwood Avenue.
Evan has a list of restaurants.
I do,
that, like he needs to go to.
I do.
And they're inexpensive too, but like I love Capitol Grill. Never get to go. I love, you know, I mean, the old days on Federal Hill. I mean, I still haven't checked out Massimo. I haven't had a chance to go check that place out. You know, it's hard. Camille's was always my top spot back in the day.
I just went to Camille's.
Camille's was a great spot back in the day, and you know, I just haven't been back in a while. No reason, just you know, parking, convenience, time. It is what it is. You know, unfortunately, like me and the wife go out for the early bird special, not specials, but we go out early. You know, and because we're home early, kind of a thing. But you know, honestly, you know, I'd rather take some time off and go to Boston and North End and hang out all night than some spots in Rhode Island. But those are my spots in Rhode Island. But you know, I really wish I could spend more time with the safe house on my head off and get the tomahawk and just relax. So this is even at the table, this is a great atmosphere. You know what I mean? So. But we're going to change gears for a minute, and we're going to be wrapping this up soon because we are hitting the time. I'm going to go with Evan. My question to you is, seeing what's going on in the bar and restaurant scene, and you know, we talked about drinks, we talked about customers. You got a lady, correct?
I do indeed.
How long you been together?
2 years.
Wow, there you go. You're young to be in a 2-year relationship. Good for you.
Thank you.
What does she like to do when she goes out to drink? What does she order? Is she a drinker?
Actually, no. I mean,
no alcohol at all.
I mean, she does drink. You know, I mean, she's in college, so you know, the typical college behavior of drinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, when she goes out to bars, I mean, she's still young, so like you know, like a vodka soda for her.
There's nothing wrong with
vodka cranberry.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Drinking vodka soda.
You're literally
right
drinking
now.
vodka soda
right
now.
There's nothing wrong with that. My question to you is, do you ever feel this? I used to feel like this when I was your age, and I'd be on dates, or if I was dating someone. Do you ever feel pressure to have to drink what they drink? Just to be like, okay, I'll have one too, or make them feel at ease, or make them feel like, you know, I feel like the girls now are way more confident than the girls I used to deal with back in the day when I was your age. I think the girls out there now are tough bitches. Right?
Oh yeah,
they are bosses.
Oh,
I'm not, you know, I would not want to be single right now trying to date anyone. To be honest with you, but like at that age, at your age, but like you know, I feel like I caved in when I was younger. Like you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I started drinking Cosmopolitans one night.
Come on,
I got stuck drinking Cosmopolitans one night, and I'm just like, this is not making me feel like a man. Does that ever happen to you?
Luckily, should I say luckily? No. Has not happened to me yet.
I feel like it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like with the younger guys, it doesn't have to be a thing anymore. I feel like, you know, you guys are in that I'll do whatever the hell I want generation, which is good and bad. Which is good and bad. There's a lot more minuses and pluses, but as far as this kind of thing goes, like you know, I feel like one thing I don't like, I get roped into a lot is, and I'm not a big shot guy. But if I get roped into around the shots, it's like you can't be. I don't want to be that guy. It's like everybody's doing this. I don't want that. I'll do this instead. I can't be that guy because as a bartender we hate it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I can't be the customer doing that too, because it's just bad. It's just bad karma, But I'd rather turn down the shot and not do one than say, okay, you guys are all doing green teas. I'll just do a shot of Jack Daniels. I can't be that guy.
Yes, you either do
You do it
with
or
the shot
you
or
don't.
you don't.
I think that's the proper etiquette as a man, but like, not everybody follows that etiquette. And like, what do? You know what I mean? I can see a girl being like that, but to be a guy doing it, I don't know.
It's a little weird.
But I just remember, like, back in the day, like, I got stuck drinking Cosmopolitans one night at the Atomic Grill. I did not feel like a man on that date. It did not go well. Let's put it this way. It was not... That was I did get a third date from the girl, so technically it wasn't a disaster.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Some chemistry.
Yeah, there wasn't.
No? I mean, you're drinking coffee.
Now you mention it.
In my defense, she is now in, I think, some sort of facility for incarcerated for something. Drug-related, I assume, because she ended up being a substance abuser. Anyway, it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me. That was after me. But okay, so that's. I feel like peer pressure in drinking, it needs to be addressed.
Definitely needs to be talked.
I mean, I feel like I don't see it as bad anymore, just because, honestly, like I see people turn down drinks now. They don't want them, they don't do it. It's not like the old days. I just feel like the younger generation has gotten tougher and stronger as far as doing what they want, and not the social anxiety of fitting in.
A lot less social pressure, I feel like.
I feel like it's there. I think the social pressure is there. I just think some of the confidence is there, which is good. But I didn't know if you ever been in that kind of a situation. Noah, have you? I feel like, you're talking about doing rosé soirees here, and you don't drink rosé.
No. Not really. I just I'm leaning.
What does Megan drink when she goes? Megan's a drinkless girl, isn't she?
You a drinkless lady?
No, I mean, kind of, but not really. I mean, she'll look at the drink list for like 3 specific drinks. Like, she looks at like what you have for sangria.
Okay.
She looks if you have any like nice mules.
Okay.
And and then that's about it. Yeah.
She's a mule sangria girl.
Yeah, she also it's weird. She also specifically she likes bourbon drinks, but she always subs out the bourbon for vodka.
Really?
Doesn't that make it a vodka drink?
It does, but for some reason, like the only one
she wants a smoked old fashioned, no bourbon, sub Tito's.
Well, not like that specifically, but like no. Like a lot of if she is gonna get like a drink that's like kind of different or something like that, I feel like she's always gotten a bourbon drink sub vodka, like whatever like their bourbon drink is. Like today,
how does it make you feel?
All right,
does it bother you?
I mean,
she does listen to the podcast, from what I understand, so you can say what you want.
Yeah.
From what she told me, she doesn't listen to our podcast.
She does not listen.
My wife
to
doesn't either, so it's good.
No. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, it bothers me like a little bit, just because I'm like, hey, it's the drink menu.
It doesn't bother me if you
menu.
do that. It doesn't bother me if you do that and you like the drink. It bothers me when you do that and you send the drink back.
Yeah, no, she didn't. She wouldn't send the drink back.
Because I just don't like the people try to do that to our drink list. Morgan is insane when it comes to his recipes, like to a T.
Phenomenal.
He is one of the best out there. And if you try to tweak his drinks, they will taste like garbage. And I feel like 90% of the time when that happens, the drinks get sent back. And when they get sent back, we get blamed. And it's not our fault because they're changing the recipe. So, if it's not a problem when she sends back, she doesn't send many drinks back, that's cool.
She does not.
I just hate people that
I would
send
never
drinks.
let her.
I just hate people that send drinks back the way they do it sometimes. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's okay to say I don't like something, be nice about it, but when they're rude about it, and they say I'm sorry, but they're not sorry.
No.
Don't say sorry if you're not sorry.
Of course. Yeah.
That's the thing, but
take accountability for your decision.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I've actually gotten to the point where I'm telling customers, like, we don't recommend doing it. The recipe specific. If you change something, it's not going to taste right, and you're not going to like it. And there'll be people that say do it anyway, and there'll be people that say, okay, I appreciate your honesty, I'll do something else, And I don't want people to suffer through a drink they don't like, because a lot of people won't complain; they'll just try to suffer through it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, me, if I don't like something, I do the whole I left the drink in the bathroom, like throw it out kind of thing, or I won't send a drink back that I don't like something just because
it's out of courtesy.
Yeah, it's bartending karma, man. We gotta work together, people.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have to wrap this up because we're getting to that time. It's midsummer. We're getting ready for fall. The fall drink's gonna be flowing. If you guys are out
So
there
soon.
watching our TikTok page for Late Night Sauce on Tap That Glass tonight, we got some. Kyra Northrup has made some new videos with me this week. She actually we made 4 of them this week. 2 of them are up. I got 2 more coming out tomorrow. Nothing crazy, just some new stuff I worked on that I don't expect anybody to ever order, and if they do, I won't get upset. But, summer drinks. I feel like, everybody's doing the same thing. I did a few different spins on tequila and rum, and it's nothing crazy. I'm not recreating the wheel or anything. Just trying to have some fun and getting some buzz going. But, check out the TikTok page for Late Night Sauce and Tap That Glass tonight. Obviously, our Instagram page is putting up stuff too, and come check us out. We are still on Spotify, and
We are.
we're still on.
We're almost up to date.
We're almost up to date on Spotify.
Just about. I think we only have a couple episodes off.
We're still hoping to go video soon. We're working on it. And Keto One Vodka, if you're out there listening, still waiting for that sponsorship. And Mancini Beverage, if you're listening, we will take some Keto One swag to wear on the podcast if you want. So anyway, folks, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.